Hi everyone, Fumbles here. In this video, I am going to be making a DIY project, and this project was inspired by something that I saw at Big Lots, believe it or not. And the item that I saw at Big Lots was actually made out of porcelain, or more of a glass material, and it was for fall. But my version of the project is going to be made out of real pine, and it's going to be for Christmas. So I will go through the different steps that I did to make this cute little inexpensive project, and I will show you also real quick what the project looks like. So there you can see, let me get a little closer. There's a wooden dowel with a little black and white bow, and there's the piece of pine. The wooden dowel is stuck into the pine, and there's a matching little ornament that I have hot glued onto the front. So it's just a cute little freestanding DIY project, for easy enough for anyone to try. So you can follow along and give it a try for yourself, and you can use obviously different patterns, different colors, whatever you want. And stay tuned, and I'll also include a picture of the original inspiration of the product I saw at Big Lots. Stay tuned. So I was fortunate enough to come across these pieces of pine up in the mountains, and I brought them home, and I started thinking, okay, maybe for firewood or something like that. But then I had remembered seeing that little item in Big Lots, and I thought, you know what, I can make my own. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this wood and give it a shot. So between Hobby Lobby and my free pine, I started the project. Okay, so I'm gonna actually take the bark off of each one of these cut pieces of pine, so that when we drill into it, it doesn't just spread it all over the place. It's already off, and it'll be easier and cleaner to drill into. So now that we've taken off the bark, this is a little rough and catches on things, so I'm going to go ahead and sand it down before we drill into it. So now I've got them all sanded down and ready to be drilled into for the wooden dowels that will hold the bows. Okay, so now I'm going to cut these dowels in half, because I don't need the whole length, that would be too tall. So we're going to go ahead and measure a half mark. I think they are a foot long. So we will go ahead and do the 6-inch here. And then I will take a Sharpie, or I'm sorry, a highlighter, since we can't find the Sharpie right now. Mark it, and then I will cut that in half. So now I've got all the wooden dowels cut in half, got them stuck into the wooden discs with the holes drilled into them. They look like lollipops, but now they're ready to go. Obviously, I'm going to glue them in, and I have some finishing touches, add the decorations. But for now, we have got these, at least most of the woodworking done. And then this little guy, he was a little skinny. I tried to run the chainsaw myself, and it wasn't the prettiest thing in the world. So this little guy is the runt of the bunch. So I had to put his dowel on the side, but he's gonna be mine. So no big deal. I can make them the way I want to. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Okay, so now I'm going to warm up the hot glue gun, and I'm going to get these glued in so that they'll stay in there a little better. Then I am going to glue the burlap onto the front. So I will wait for the glue gun to heat up and get those glued in. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the burlap into even squares. There will probably be excess, so I will just trim them after I glue them on and shape them up to get them more of in a circular shape. I'm taking the bow and I am using the string that came with it and wrapping it around the dowel so that it gives it a little extra support when I hot glue it. So that there you can kind of see how it's going to go together there, and I will go ahead and get some glue on it. Okay, for my final step, I applied Mod Podge to the outer sides of the wood to give it a nice shine. It's still drying, but it will give it a nice shine when it's all dried. And then I'm going to put some on the back of the wood too to give it a shine back there. And that should be the final step. So I hope you enjoyed watching this project, and I have to give a thanks to my husband. He actually helped me with drilling the holes and kind of guided me because I am not a woodworker, but I did learn a lot and I appreciate his help, and I hope you find inspiration from this project. So until then, catch you later.